ray of sunshine. You drove us into a bitter sunrise. Sometimes I find that I think of the way you so effortlessly led me astray. You buried me in a fog where you always say, love is dust that's blinding the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another serving of Sensational TV. Joining us live tonight from the first round of AK Racing's WC, which is the Wednesday Cup. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. It is round one of the Wednesday Cup. We get your croissants, get your baguettes ready. Because what a time to switch to Tommy there in the chat, Clay Lewis, as he bins it over the chicane there. But this is round one here at AK Racing's Wednesday Cup. Myself and my co-commentator Zach O'Reilly are having absolute nightmares in the chair tonight. From the start of this session, my internet has been going in and out. Hopefully, fingers crossed, knocking on wood, it is okay to continue and stay good for the rest of the night. But if it's not, just I guess enjoy the stream while it lasts. Zach O'Reilly has just texted me on the phone, and his laptop is having, or in his words itself, so this is verbatim, my laptop has shit itself. So whether we hear from Zach O'Reilly again, that is yet to be seen. So hopefully he can get his affairs in order and join us for the rest of the stream. Let me just do a couple of things here on my end. Boost myself up a little bit. There we go. Got a lot of fresh faces here for Wednesday Cup this season. One of which is at the top of the timing sheets already there, Cohen Tam. Fabian Fitness we've seen before. He is in the V8 Supercars. We saw him on Sunday night. Matt Falzon, or Matthias Falzon, should I say. Bink Adams as well features in the V8 Supercars. Looks like he's a little bit more used to these cars. Speaking of which, let's flash up on the screen what we are racing this season in Wednesday Cup. It is the 2020 Renault Clio RS. Clio Cup cars and spec races. 200 horsepower, 310 newton meters of French torque, and weighing roughly a ton. Top speed of only 220 k's an hour. But that's fast enough in a front-wheel drive hairdresser's car. I'll give you the hot tip. But I reckon it's going to bring some action aplenty, I believe, because if you've ever done sim racing before, the slower the car, the better the racing. These guys are going to be nose to tail. I've got a feeling for pretty much every race of this session. We've got a fair few in the server at the moment, at least 25, as you can see on the left there. Who else have we got? Here's a newbie here, Sarge Illich, in the number 50. Keep an eye on him. He has shown some pace already early in practice. But where are we today? We are at Vallelunga circuit, so let's go racing. right, ladies and gentlemen. As I said before, we are in Italy for round one. Vallelunga circuit, 11 turns, 3.2 kilometres long. We will be kicking off with the 10-minute qualifying session, hopefully soon, once we get a few of these technical issues sorted out. What is next? We've got race 1 will be 15 minutes set by the qualifying grid. Race 2 is 16 minutes with a top 10 reverse grid, sure to give some action. And the final race of this evening is 17 minutes with a top 12 reverse grid. The fastest in practice during the week was the man out there in second place at the moment, Fabian Fitness. He actually landed a 125.8, which is pretty good, if you don't mind. So we'll get back to the track now. We're going to focus in on Fabian Fitness. Just here in practice, we've got a few camera angles in this car. There we go. We'll sit in the cockpit with him and see how he attacks this lap here at Vallelunga, one of the stock circuits here in Assetto Corsa. If you've ever played Assetto Corsa before, you've probably gone around this circuit 1,000 times, especially those who came from console, as it's only one of not many tracks they give you in the console version of the game. We've got a few Tommy fans in the chat, so we'll do our best to show you all the Tommy action tonight. Here he is in the number 7, Tommy Bodicum. The bright pink Renault Clio. You cannot miss it, ladies and gents. It's sure to be an action-packed evening of racing. I'll tell you what, that is the end of free practice as well. So we are not far away from a start, or at least a start of qualifying here tonight. Still waiting on my good friend Zach O'Reilly to come through. Here he is. Oh, he's there. He's back. Oh, here he is, ladies and gentlemen. My co-commentator Zach O'Reilly has made it back after a bit of a technical issue with the laptop. Oh, hold on.
Windows 10 or just get a MacBook, either one.
Yeah, yeah, we just missed the start of that. There's Zach, as the audio wasn't set because we were scurrying behind the scenes in the lead up to this stream. We didn't get a chance to check audio or anything like that, so we are doing everything on the fly tonight. But rest assured, the viewers can hear you now.
Beautiful. Sounds good. Welcome, everyone. I'm excited to be here. And it's a round of classics here, I reckon, at Vallelunga. We're going to see some awesome racing here. These little Renaults, Chris Munro, are going to be one of the most fought and fierce competitive cars, I reckon, we've had in Wednesday Cup for a while.
Oh, dead set. Yeah, you get. We've had a few seasons now of a few of consistency. But as I said in the lead-up, it's going to be nose to tail through the entire field, I've got a feeling.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And with the lack of horsepower, ladies and gentlemen, I know they've got 200 odd, but that's still a lack of horsepower. Promotes excellent racing, side drafting. You've got to nail those exits off the corner to get the suck down the straightaway wherever you go. And because they're front wheel drive too, if you half lose it, you can plant the foot on the floor and then basically just hammer it and save the car. So should be pretty forgiving, but I'm excited.
Yeah, well, that's what you want out of a nice casual arrive and drive series, which this is here at AK Racing. Practice is a bad word around here, but it's always good to have a little bit of a practice up your sleeve so you don't make a fool of yourself on stream, which is where we are tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We are coming to you live from YouTube. If you like what you see or hear, give us a subscribe and share it around to your friends on the socials. But it looks like that is the end of practice, Zach O'Reilly. We're going to be gearing up for qualifying pretty soon.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Qualifying is coming our way very shortly, and yours at home viewers, of course, here for an exciting Vallelunga strip, I would say. And it's going to be an amazing place to race. So keep your hats on, go get your condiments ready, get everything settled in, kick back, relax, turn on the Canara, sip a bottle of Pinot or whatever you've got there in the fridge, and maybe some sparkling Shiraz out of the fridge, and we'll be right back here at Sensational TV for qualifying for round 1 at the Wednesday Cup in the Renault Clios at Vallelunga in just a few moments.
my benefits are late. I begin to ruminate. Nothing feels the same anymore. I get in this state where I begin to contemplate. Wasn't this worth fighting for?
And we're back on track now, ladies and gentlemen. It's about 25 seconds till we get the green light for the pit lane to be open for the first qualifying session of season, I think, 13 now in the Wednesday
13.
Cup. 13 seasons, Zach O'Reilly.
Wow, you can't beat that, Chris Munro. And with 25 plus cars on the grid racing tonight, wow, it's a testament to everyone who turns up here at AK Racing, but also the popularity of the series and yourself there, Mr. Munro, for starting the old Wednesday Cup. So good on you. It's been fantastic to see. And we are just seeing the cars start to get out of the pits very slowly, if you don't mind. I don't know why they're all queuing up there, but
get on with
should
it, boys.
just be able to go.
Yeah, go.
This is like Formula One stuff, this.
Yeah, there we go. Someone, who's that? Hayden Cook has just said, no, it's Jason McFadden says, come on, boys, time to get it moving. Very well done. We're right on board with Jason McFadden. He deserves a bit of a show for that. Bit of, what do you call it? Bit of enthusiasm there at the start.
Oh, enthusiasm, excitement, ready to get out there, keen to get a clean track in front of him. With only 9 minutes and 14 odd seconds to go, there's only going to be about 5 or 6 hot laps, so you better get cracking, boys. It's about a minute 20 odd around here, so I can't wait for the Renos to start making their way down the timetables and make sure that they get all those lines aced, because it's a classic track around here, Vallelunga, but very, very technical with the tight section coming up here with Jason McFadden. He's just about to enter a very, very long sweeping right-hander, and then you've got a sharp hairpin left-hander coming up, which if you don't get this right on entry or exit, you will lose tenths and tenths and tenths of seconds here. So he will be excited to get up there, and that's pretty cool to see a Mitsubishi livery on a on a little Renault, if you don't mind, Chris Munro.
Yeah, why not? The Japanese or Koreans or whoever makes the Mitsubishi getting involved here in the European flavour of this series. I had a full French outfit ready for you all tonight, but thanks to the internet drop outages. Oh no, McFadden's lost it across the line. That's no good. So we're going to ride on board with Cohen Tam for a lap of Vallelunga. Do you want to take us through that, Zach O'Reilly?
Absolutely. Turn one is sort of a half sweeping left-hander, but then you've got the right-hander coming up here, which is absolutely dead set flat in the fair dinkum department here at Vallelunga, and also turn three coming up. But turn four, very, very tricky to get right with the car sort of bobbling at the rear end. It flicks it in, and then you've got to hang that throttle and get it pointed in. As you saw some power understeer there and a front-wheel drive for Cohen Tam. Very easy to get that all crossed up as you enter it, or on the exit as well, sorry. So very, very important around this section too. You've got to brake a little bit, get off the throttle, get the car pointed in, complete wide understeer there, onto the gravel goes Cohen. So he won't be happy with this lap, that's for sure. And he's just making his way into the right-hander here. Is it going to be a good lap? We'll find out, but he's going to put one in the bank, I'm sure. Going to get the car pointed in easily here. Yes, he can. And that is a very, very well done for Cohen. Accelerate out into a sweeping left-hander, then it turned into a right-hander. It's sort of a left to right flick in the Renault Clio. So this will be exciting during the race time. To set a move up here under brakes is also another opportunity to do so. Very, very cautious Cohen Tam here for his outlap at the moment at Vallelunga. He's gripping all over the place, unless that's me. Oh, he's off the track. He's completely gone. He's looped it, and see you later goes Cohen. So not even he's going to get a lap in the bank yet. Holy cow, Chris Munro can't catch a break here.
Yeah, the first two guys on the hot laps have both binned it. So Nick Mole is the man to beat now with the 27-0 in the Freddo Frog livery. That's fantastic to see. A bit of chocolate there at the top, but he's immediately eclipsed by Matthias Falzon there in the number 27. And look at the traffic, Zach O'Reilly. There's nowhere to go. I'll tell you what, you might be lucky to get one hot lap in here that is unimpeded with the amount of little French hatchbacks out on this track. And it's only a minute 28 long around here, so there's smoke coming everywhere out of these cars. And yeah, Falzon is pulling out of this lap, and wisely so. I think he's going to try and find himself a little bit of clear air. That's really smart driving there from Falzon.
Yeah, I like seeing that. I like seeing that a lot, and it just shows a bit of etiquette on the circuit as well. So, oh, geez, he's got out the dodge Jason McFadden. Holy cow. He's got out of the wave there, but yes, very good job there by Falzon. So he'll be wanting to go, and there's another car going completely across to the inside. That is just not on at all. But anyway, Matt Falzon is still at the top, Chris Munro. Nick Mole, the underground mammal, is sitting only about half a second behind him there. And Fabian Fitness, a good 2/10 as well, in third. So a bit of a gap there, but now here comes Mr. Adams. He is 1:26.395 at the moment in that department. Absolutely sensational lap for him. He'll be wanting to improve. He's got 5 minutes to go, so plenty of time to do something. Where is our season champion from the other Porsche season that we ran, the 86 season that we ran? Nick Mello, he is going to be the Mr. D&Q again, I reckon, this season, Chris Munro, and just come in and just swan his way through the field and let everyone else crash in front of him. That's going to be fun to see, but he's not in the server as of yet. He will be there for the race, I am predicting. Yep,
for sure. You'll see him there in his iced coffee livery that he still has not been able to squeeze any money out of from Farmers Union. There's an email sent every week from young Nick Mello, especially with the amount of that stuff he drinks and the advertising that he splashes all over this channel. You'd think he'd be up for a fair payment from those guys. But yeah, Bink Adams at the moment goes purple in the second sector, so he's on for an improvement as well here, be it only a small one Right, here he's on for a 126.2 maybe, if he can get it all done. And I'll tell you what, near the front of this big pack is where you want to be tonight. There is so many cars out on track, and there's a fair few guys that look a little bit undercooked as well, with so many cars running off the track. That's a 127.1, so he did lose a lot in the last sector there. So Bink Adams gets another crack at it. He's got a fair amount of track space around him. Where are all the other cars? If I go to somebody else here, there's cars everywhere. Jimmy Park down here in 11th position. He's doing absolutely brilliantly, old Jimmy.
He is very, very, very good driver here so far in qualifying for the elder statesman of AK Racing in Jim Park. And he will be wanting to get himself within the top 15, I reckon, in these front-wheel drive cars. He's pretty good at the front-wheel drives, he said. So look out for Jim Park, ladies and gentlemen. We've got some new drivers here in the Series 2, and we haven't got nicknames for them, Chris Munro. So we're going to have to think about what we're doing with some of these nicknames. We've got the common theme here at Wednesday Cup is a bit casual, so we get a bit casual on the commentary, and we give nicknames. So you've got to tune in to know who we're talking about most of the time. But bit of flash, bit of zealous entertainment for you. So if we've got any nickname recommendations there that we can use for some of the new drivers in the chat on YouTube land, give us some ideas. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. Always encouraged to get involved in the chat, those of you that are watching at home. And there's a lot of new drivers this season. I'm looking down the field and it's like I don't recognise half of these guys, but I'll tell you what, they will become household names if they do stick around in the Wednesday Cup and in AK Racing in general. As you see, we do go live twice a week here, or 3 times a fortnight here on AK Racing. Fabian Fitness just goes to the top with a 126.1, only 2/10 better than Bink Adams at the moment. So that is a great place to be with 2 minutes to go in qualifying.
Yeah, very, very good point. I was just trying to adjust my mic there because I had a request in chat to do so. So maybe something on your end there.
Yeah, I'll fix that up already. Yep.
Hear my dulcet tones, but look, with only a minute 44 left to qualifying, it's going to heat up here. But the Arnold Schwarzenegger himself in Fabian Fitness is on top at the moment with Mr. Adams from the Adams family, or we can call him the Pest Controller. Adams Pest Control. Let's call him the Pest Controller. Is in second. Cohen 10, but not for long because Matt Felsen has come through and gone bang with a 126.218. Happy days for him. So it's very tight at the top, ladies and gentlemen. Not even half a second between first to fifth at the moment. Then we've got Nathan Hughes inviting himself into the party here as well. My goodness gracious me. It's all happening here with a minute 13 to go. The Underground Mammal's in 7th. A-Man is in 8th. The Buttigieg is in 9th. And the Beer Man, Guy Duff, rounds out the top 10 so far.
It's all kicking off here with a minute to go. I tell you what, it could be spicy. We might see one of these guys down the field just jumping it in front of everyone here. As I said earlier, it's all about getting a bit of free air, a bit of space in front of you. Tell you what, these little front wheel drives peel off a fair bit of smoke when they're fully stressed around the turn. It's like Willie Nelson's bloody tour van back here.
Oh geez, you could have had plenty of wordisms for that sort of stuff there, Chris Munro. That's for sure. But it is very, very busy. Look at the amount of 26s on track and the 27s there on the timing tower, and it is so tight, tighter than a Greek's pocket at the moment. Between first to 10th, it is just incredible there, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll tell you what, with the top 20, it's sitting very, very close between, I would say, 11th to 15th at the moment, 16th if you don't mind. And now Brian's cousin in Jason McFadden has hit himself into the 11th. Is he going to get another lap in? He is, because he's crossed the line enough. So will he get another lap, Brian's cousin? He gets $1 million per position inside the top 10 as Jason McFadden, so he'll have all the incentive to go well tonight. But the checkered flag is out, ladies and gentlemen. Fabian Fitness is going purple in every single sector here at the moment on his final flying lap here. He's going to improve his time if he can stick it together or not have a lap car impede him gets out of the way very, very well. He must have heard me. Here he comes, Fabian Fitness, rounding the final corner. Still got a point in. He's a good 2.5, 3 tenths up here on his PB. This is going to be a 125.9 or an 8 or something like that for Fabian Fitness. First guy in the 25s tonight is Fabian Fitness at 25.829. Bang. That is pole position here at Wednesday Cup.
Oh, what a time to do it as well. That is the nail in the coffin for anyone chasing as well, and they'll see that pop up on their delta and really put the pressure on some of these guys behind. Matt Falzon has gone purple as well, ladies and gents. He's just dipping in to the 25s, just as you can see down the bottom right hand of your screen. The predicted time is the bottom one there, so he's sitting on a 125.9. If he can put this all together, he might just overtake Mr. Fitness as well. Look at this. He's into the 125.8s. This could be pole position, ladies and gentlemen. All he's got to do is put it together around the final turn. A bit of smoke on the exit. I don't think that's going to be enough. It's going to be tight, but it is a 125.9.
Oh, just missing out on pole position there. Here's the Falzon man, and he has just missed out by a cigarette paper or a bee's foreskin, whichever one you want to look at there. Only 0.078 of a second between Fabian and Falzon. That was incredible stuff there, but now we all thought it was all over and done for Fabian Fitness, Chris Munro. He's going to look at that and go, oh shit, I got bloody competition here. Yeah. It's going to be on in the race, that's for sure. Who can get the better jump? We'll only find out soon. Yeah,
as you can see, less than a tenth between the top two guys, and they've got a little bit of breathing room to Bink Adams there in fourth with Tam, Eamon, Nielsen. Ryan Nielsen up there in the top 6. That's good stuff from him. Jason McFadden in 7th. Nathan Hughes in 8th. He'd be disappointed with that. You'll see him up the pointy end, I'm sure, at some stage too. Nick Mole in the Freddo Frog livery there in 9th position. Jake Buttigieg as well. Keep an eye on him. He was pretty quick last season as well. Yes. Guy Duff in 11th. Sarge Illich in 12th with Kartik Kumar in 13th. Tricklebank, Dax Daniels back. Lachlan Grant, Matt Belton, Jim Park, Thomas McCall, and Ollie Longley make out your top 20, Zachariah.
Oh, we're still going, ladies and gentlemen. Here, don't you worry about that. We've got Colmer in 21st. Thomas Dawley, Hadwin, Dason, I'm going to call him Datsun. That's him. He's the Dado. Yep. Sam Bensley, Tom Bodycomb, holy cow, we're going to have to call him something there too. Scotty McEwen, the elder statesman of the McEwen family, and Alex, his son, and Kai McConnell round out the final position on the grid. Who did qualify? Are we going to see 30 cars on the grid for race 1? It could be an opportunity, but 29 cars, that is as healthy as a newborn child with all the vaccinations that they could ever get, if you are one of those people. So awesome to see around the Wednesday Cup chat, Chris Munro, that we have got people giving nicknames left, right and centre, so I'm going to have to look at this in between the break, between now and race 1 coming up.
Yeah, might have to write a few of these down as well before they get buried. But ladies and gents, do not go anywhere, because race 1 is coming up in a matter of a few short minutes. So you've got time to go and recharge your drink and maybe share the stream around on your socials to get this viewership up, because no one wants to miss out on the action that is about to arrive here on your screens. I am Chris Munro. That is Zach O'Reilly. You're here as well. We're going to be back in just a minute with race 1.
For the rest of my life, like I need another new reminder. Give me something that will take me higher. My head is like a dusty fire. Give me something good, I wanna make some fucking lemonade. I
That is the sound, ladies and gentlemen, of Porn Star Supercar, one of the best bands in Brisbane. All of our music has been kindly donated to us by all the local bands here in southeast Queensland. So shout out to those guys. Bright future ahead, I think. That song is absolutely cracking. And what else is cracking, Zach O'Reilly? 30-odd Renault Clios on the grid here.
I'll tell you what, there's not much pressure at the moment, so no one's really cracking under the pressure because we're all sitting on the grid. But I reckon during the race, there is going to be some cracking, and I reckon it's going to be in the way of some plastic bumpers on the front and rear of these Clio Cups getting absolutely slaughtered by all the drivers bumping into each other. I hope it doesn't happen. But other than that, it's exciting, Chris. We've got, as you said, 29 cars on the grid. Where the hell else do you find it on a Wednesday night? 29 cars in a broadcast expertly run and sensational TV broadcasting you from Wednesday Cup, and it's not a public server, ladies and gentlemen. This is a dead set, serious and feisty league here. It's exciting to be here, Chris Munro.
It is. It is touted as a beginner league, but as always, you get the aliens that turn up and put everyone to shame.
Oh.
So you do get a fair bit of. It's a learning curve, if anything. So it's a good place to start and get your racecraft down pat, because in these slow cars, it's a perfect opportunity to figure out how to get your car around in one piece in a busy field. Becky K wants to know, where's the tip-top bread crates for the rear?
Very good. Very good.
Well, we want to know where you are out on the grid, Mr. Wickert. We want to see you out there. But tell you what, we've got lights up and away we go. We're about to start here in the first race of many this season here in Wednesday Cup. It's a pretty good start there from Fabian Fitness, and it's a slow start from the entire field, really. These cars are very slow off the line. But Matt Falzon, we're just going to try and get an overview there. There we go. There's a little bit of bumping and shoving back there between Cohen Tam, and I think that's the new man, Aman. So those guys are starting to get a little bit feisty. There's a car off. That's Buttigieg, but he gets it back on and cleaned up as well. They're going to go 4 wide back there, 3 wide. There's bumping and shoving. Everyone needs to just calm it down just a little bit. If you survive the first lap, you've got a better chance of at least finishing in the top 10. Holy moly. As we watch this field streak down the back straight here towards turn, I don't even know where they are because all the action is happening here, ladies and gents. We're going to look at Bink Adams. He's up behind Matt Falzon at the moment.
Oh, he's doing well, is Mr. Adams, the Festa Fumble, we'll call him too.
Oh, there's a big crash.
There's carnage in the background here. Buttigieg's around. McFadden's around too. Brian's cousin is around. He's getting absolutely pounded there. And poor old Buttigieg is just going to have to wait for everyone to go past him, unfortunately. Look at this angry gaggle of cars. You just can't pick it here. There is cars going inside, outside, wherever you want, up onto the curb. Now there's cars parked on the outside of the curb in 20th. Kyle McConnell's got around that beautifully. So poor Mr. Illick has just come a proper, and he is facing the wrong way and just got punted by the old body comb as well. I'll tell you what, that was some intense stuff there. But the rest of the field has streaked through from about 20th onwards. They've got on with the job, Chris Munro. And Jimmy Park is under pressure here. He's just got done by the season champion from last season in Nick Mello. So his Farmers Union Ice Coffee is on a charge. But Jimmy Park's got a bloody run here, Chris Munro. Have a look at him.
Yeah.
He's dragging Nick Mello down the straight. And I think he's going to keep that position and take 13th because Nick Mello's just going to stick it up the inside and maybe, nearly a bit of a bump and run draft sort of scenario there for Jimmy Park, but he's got the elbows out, does the elder statesman here. Is he going to defend? He does defend down here into turn 4.
He does.
Oh, there's a car around in front. Dax Daniels around. He's a slow-moving car, but Jimmy Park's got around him beautifully, and that is some sensational stuff if you don't mind.
That's some great driving there from Jim Park, holding the multiple Wednesday Cup champion at bay there behind him in Nick Mello, who's, mind you, he's made up about 27 spots already, or 17 spots already, not even through the first lap. But look at this. What a gaggle of cars. There's a lot of learning to be done out there with a few of these new guys on how to race a first lap with calmness, with zen, without shoving it up the inside when you're not invited, because you will get turned around and that will be your race done and dusted, as well as anyone else around you or anyone else following in close tow. But Fabian Fitness, in the meantime, is about a second clear of Bink Adams, who is in turn about a second clear of Cohen Tam in the number 68. Great driving from him to be up there in the podium position so early. But tell you what, Ciarif Ayman there.
Ciarif.
Yeah, we're going to call him the Malaysian Marvel. That's
Yes.
what we've been told. So here he is, Malaysian Marvel man, here in 5th position, giving Matt Falzon all sorts of headaches here, and he's putting him in quite a bit of pressure.
Yeah, he's doing well as the Malaysian Marvel. With a ping of about 250, it's not an easy feat driving around these cars and being close to each other, because something could come up proper, but he's doing an excellent job here for everyone else. Matt Belton's sliding down the field. I don't know what's happened to him. He is completely gone and off the track. But at the moment, it is still on like Donkey Kong between the Malaysian Marvel and Matty Falzon. These guys are having a good crack at each other, coming deep into the right-hand sweeper and into the tight section of the stadium section, we will call that. But look at the gaps here, ladies and gentlemen, all around the field basically half the field are only separated by a second or less, so it's really close here. Doesn't matter where you look, we're going to have to be on. Jimmy Park's come a proper. Chris Munro, he is in the barrier facing the wrong way around.
Yeah, that's not ideal for Jimmy, but you know what, he's got the resilience of anyone, so he will be back there out on track and hopefully getting himself up the field a little bit as well. There's a battle here. Sam Dooley is on the back of Jake Buttigieg. But it looks like Buttigig's on a bit of a charge at the moment, because he was turned around. He was up there in the top 5, I'm pretty sure, very early, and he got caught up in a little bit of mess. So he's just, oh, look at that. He's gapping him straight away. So we're going to actually ride on board with Buttigieg and see how he attacks this next lap. He's got Ryan Colmer in front, Matt Belton and Jake Thomas. You can see them all there, and a fair bit of smoke coming out of these cars as well. The back end just sliding around it like anything at the moment. It's all happening. Here he goes. Jake Buttigieg is alongside Ryan Colmer as well now at the moment. He's going to get that job done into turn 1. Oh, that's pretty good. No harm, no foul, and play on Jake Buttigieg, eyes forward, and looking to make up a few positions here.
Well, these cars, Chris Munro, you speak about the smoke and sending signals around here, they actually jack a rear wheel every time they turn in. So there's 3 wheels off the track, and then the rear wheel just dumps back down once it's back on the load of the body, and just doesn't catch up for a little bit. That's why we're seeing drift signals coming around from everyone. But there's nothing to be had here, because front wheel drives can't drift unless you've got the old Macca's trays hooked under the rear wheels, as we used to do on a Saturday night when we were younger with the old Honda Accords and Honda Preludes and anything front wheel drive, XLs in the Hyundai section, whatever you want. But these cars are sensational to drive. Tell you what though, Chris, we mentioned our season champion from last round, Nick Mallow, Mr. D&Q, started 33rd on the grid, and only 6 minutes into this race, and he's found himself inside the top 10, if you don't mind, as Nick Mallow just charging through the field. Yeah,
you wouldn't expect anything less from the man. Any of these new guys that want to get an idea on how to overtake, how to be patient, and just let the positions come to you. This is the man to watch. Watch your replays afterwards, right on board, and see how he does it. As I'm saying this, probably don't do what he does because he's very good under brakes. I'm sure if some of the new guys tried some of the moves that Nick Mello did, we would see more carnage as we've seen tonight. But look at this. Ollie Longley, in the meantime, is up behind Nathan Hughes giving him a fair bit of curry here in the back straight.
A bit of curry, a bit of dodgy vindaloo, maybe.
Yeah.
If they come together, it could be some spice there. Nick Mallow's gone off the track in front of them both. So look out. This is Nathan Hughes' opportunity to have a good crack here and maybe do an overtake move coming into the left-hander, coming right at us in about 100 metres time. But he's not close enough as Nathan Hughes. Ollie Longley just looking at these two thinking, I could have half a chance here. And he nearly rear-ended the back of Nathan Hughes there. That was close indeed. But great driving here from all of these 3 dudes. They are very quick and regulars here in Wednesday Cup at OK Racing. So good to see that. And I'll tell you what, Brian's cousin behind Ollie Longley, Chris Munro, he's having an absolute charge. He can see the $1 million check right in front of him, and that guy has taken it off him in the moment is Ollie Longley. So what is he going to do? Sending smoke signals is Ollie Longley as well. So could be interesting. Let's see where they sit up in the air. Is he going to get the suck? Is the ladies of the night going to be jealous about them and a suckage down here? Or is Jason McFadden just going to sit still for their next lap or so?
Oh, I don't think he will. Excuse me, ladies and gents. He will be on the charge. It's only 7 minutes to go. I think it's going to be the same mentality for all of these guys up and down the field. It's go, go, go here in the Renault Cup. Oh, he's almost lost it. He seems to have gathered it up. But it's Ryan Nielsen there behind him, looking to take advantage of that little mistake there from McFadden. And look at this. You're talking about suck before. He's well and truly paid the $2.50 there, and he's about to receive the service down the back straight. Looking into a little bit of sucky here down the back. He might not be close enough to make a move. Jason McFadden just covers him off as well. So there's nothing doing here for Ryan Nielsen at the moment. We're right on board. He's just filtering his way. I might have to turn the smoke down in these cars in the next break because you can hardly see what's going on. Oh, a little bit of a hit there from Nielsen. Thank you very much, he says. Play on, though. He gets out of the throttle, so there's no advantage to be had. But, oh, wow, it's all happening here down in 12th position. They might as well be battling it out for the lead.
I'll tell you what, it's getting close to that sort of aggression there, Chris Munro, because they're going hammer and tong. It is well and truly sheep stations here. We've got the Kiwis versus the Aussies, so the sheep shaggers are winning at the moment in this battle. But don't worry about the rest of them. These guys will produce some good racing. And when it comes to that top 10, Chris, because the race 2 coming up our way is a reverse top 10, it's going to be on like Donkey Kong for this 10th place. And Ollie Longley, as I said, has got $1 million check on his head right now for Jason McFadden. So very, very keen to get something done here. Let's go further back down the grid, I reckon, to Josh Thomas in 17th place, Chris. He is hunting the back of Ryan Colmer and has been doing so for about the best part of about 3 laps. And it is very even neck and neck on pace between those two, both doing very, very similar lap times at their best. So it is very, very good to see a bit of competition here between the Coleman and Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah. Toot toot. He says it's all aboard. And with a big slide there as well from Colmer. He's got, there's somebody else joining the party here as well. That's Sam Dooley. So these guys getting a little bit stuck in. There's nothing too dangerous about it yet. Keeping an eye on all these cars, there's a few. Oh, look at that. There goes Colmer. Very wide, and that invites Josh Thomas up behind him now. Can he take full advantage? He's still 5/10 off, so just needs to get down on the power just a little bit earlier there to take advantage. But look at this. Sam Dooley has got him in his sights well and truly here coming into the final turn. And both taking different lines there. Sam Dooley offering a bit of a wider line, trying to keep that momentum around the final turn to just slingshot his way down the main straight there, the pit straight here into turn 1. But these guys just holding stations as well at the moment. So we're going to look for another little battle up the field here. And it's Ryan Nielsen, and he's got McFadden and Ollie Longley right in tow. Look at these guys. You could chuck a blanket over all 3 of them at the moment.
I'll tell you what, even a smoke blanket at the moment between those 3. Yeah. That is incredible stuff. And it looks like Jason is hunting down, but Ryan Nielsen, the funeral director himself, is trying to bury these 2, pardon the pun, and he's not going to do it, sending himself into the wall. That is him completely out. Goes Ryan Nielsen, could not catch the rear end of that Renault, and he is completely out of this battle. Matt Belton is a fair way back. So Ollie Longley and McFadden are fighting here right now, and McFadden's got the job done, Chris Munro. Yep. He has gone straight up the inside here at the left-hand hairpin and taken that 10th position. $1 million richer here for Brian's cousin, and looks like he's going to skip away off into the distance if he can keep it all together here between these 2. And that is a $1 million check for Jason McFadden. It's all happening though, because even Buttigieg now is looking at the back of Matt Belton here for 13th and 12th respectively, and I think Buttigieg's going to be charging his way through the field. As you said, Chris, he was 5th or 4th in at the start of this race, and 3 minutes left. He is charging to try and get himself within that top 10 or at least the top 12 somehow. Yeah,
I think it's the battle for the top 10 at the moment. Jason McFadden does have the honours for pole position at the moment, so if he can finish the race in 10th, he'll be off the front row. Nick Mello just moving up into 7th position as well, overtaking Nick Mole. But here comes Buttigieg. He's up the inside here of Matt Belton, just thinks about it and then just tucks back in on the inside. On the outside behind Matt Belton, just to live to fight another day. Maybe just try and set up that overtake maybe on the next lap, because he knows there's a bit of a gap here to the next couple of cars. So probably the best he can do is 11th at the moment. I'll tell you what though, anything can happen here. There's a car around. I don't know who that is. It's one of the green cars. I don't think it's anyone in the top 25. So nothing upsetting the apple cart in the top 25. Now, Buttigieg all over the back of Matt Belton. Look at this, just dives it up the inside. Whoa, right up the back there of the number 93. We're going to see if who gets the better run out of this little chicane here. This is a nice little rhythm section here. If you can get that sorted, you might be able to set yourself up for a little dive on the outside. Oh, just going off the road. That's not going to be ideal, but he's still close enough that he can hang on to the suck down the front straight and maybe make a move into turn 2.
He's looking at a bit of a switchback run here, Chris Munro. Tried the inside line to gain some momentum on Matt Belton, and that was Scotty McEwen. That was off the track before, who we saw facing the wrong way. So play on here for Buttigieg and Matt Belton, though. Not a suck that he is hoping that is going to be achievable, but look at that. Just using that inside line, and you gain about a tenth or a two there, Chris Munro, taking that line because it's a bit downhill, and he's going to go for the move here, but he's just on the brakes. A bit too early there for Jake Buttigieg. Probably didn't want to overcook the corner and fake Matt Belton into overshooting the corner. Didn't happen. So play on. These two are hard racing at the moment. Fantastic stuff to see. Belton is holding his own here against the Buttigieg man, the Australian Army representative here in Jake Buttigieg. Good to see him out. Oh, sideways there from Buttigieg too. Just gone over on the grass and onto the sand. That's a diminished opportunity here for Buttigieg to try and get up the back of Matt Belton with only 42 seconds left here. Where is Fabian Fitness on the track? He is rounding. So this final lap here coming up now for everyone in Sundry. It's all on like Donkey Kong. And Nick Mole, Chris Munro, is hounding the back of Nathan Hughes for the final lap.
Yeah, he certainly is. There's been a request for an update for car 7 on track. That is Tommy Gunn. He's down there in 29th position, but thanks to this timing tower, we cannot go back that far. So once he gets himself into the top 25, we'll be able to check on his progress a bit more regularly. But he is down there in 29th out of 31 at the moment, and he's up behind Thomas McCall there for 28th position. But here is the battle for the final lap here. It's Nick Mole in the Freddo Frog colours. What a car. He's up there behind Nathan Hughes, giving him a fair bit here on the final lap. Just keep an eye on where Mr. Fitness is, because we'll get him crossing the line eventually when he comes around for it. But the action is here in the top 10, or the battle for the top 10, should I say. Jason McFadden probably has himself secured on pole position, but Nick Mole here and Nathan Hughes battling out for the last oh geez, there's a car around. I think that's your man there, number 7, just having a bit of an accident there, letting the lead guys through on that lap. But here's Fabian Fitness rounding through the where is he at the moment, coming towards the final turn now. So here he is, Fabian Fitness. He was the fastest during the week in practice. He was the man on pole position, and he just drove it away from the start line, was never under pressure from anyone. Doing a bit of weaving down the straight, and he takes out the checkered flag in race 1.
Well done there to Fabian Fitness. Mr. Adams' family has come across in second too, and Cohen Tam as well in third place. That is the top 3 there, ladies and gentlemen. The Malaysian Marvel in 4th on his first go in the Renaults is absolutely fantastically happy, I would say, here in the grand scheme of things. 4th place for him. Felsen in 5th. Lachlan Grant in 6th as well. Hats off to Lachlan Grant for turning up. He is an AK Racing regular, season champion, from dead last on the field to 7th. Nick Mallow, fantastic drive from him. Nathan Hughes didn't get the chockies stolen off him by Nick Mole behind him in the Freddo Frock chocolate car. So Nick Mole is going to start on second place, right next to our man in the top 10, $1 million richer, Jason McFadden. We'll start pole for race 2 coming up, ladies and gentlemen. But that was some cracking racing there. It all happened, and now these guys are starting to learn the car, Chris. Yeah. It's going to be even better racing and tighter stuff here for race 2 coming our way.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's exactly, you've put the nail on the head there. These guys, it is the first race in this season, so these guys are all probably a little bit undercooked here in this car, but every lap is a chance to get more acquainted with the idiosyncrasies of the front wheel drives. And I think as the season progresses, you'll just see tighter and tighter battle packs going up and down the field. And this, I'll tell you what, this circuit just provides good racing as well. So I think we're in for a couple of absolute cracking races coming up just in a short moment of time.
Absolutely. Well, if we can go to the grid and just see where everyone has finished. Our top 10 was announced. We had Fitness, Adams, Tam, Eamon, Falzon, Grant, Nick Mallow, Hughes, the Underground Mammal, and Brian's cousin. Round out your top 10 with 11th place going to Ollie Longley, Buttigieg in 12th, Belton, Kumar, Nielsen, Colmer, Thomas, Dooley, Daniel, and Jimmy Park round out your top 20. 5 positions out from where I reckon Jimmy Park wanted to finish in that race, Chris Munro, but the Power Broker in 21st. Guy Duff 22nd, Illick in 23rd, Bensley 24th, McConnell, Smith, McCall, Dayson, Bodycomb, Hadwin, and Scotty McEwen DNF'd. I think, he finished the race, Scotty McEwen. Round out our last and final competitor in 31st placed here for race 1, with race 2 coming up. Chris, what is your prediction with the Brian's cousin sitting off the front row? Is he going to be able to hold off a very, very angry pack behind him, or are we going to see a lot of positional changes? What are your thoughts?
Well, I'll tell you what, we've got Nick Mello starting off the second row, so you'd be a silly man to back against him at the moment. So I'm tipping Mello by about 10 seconds, and then it's the battle's on. I think Fabian Fitness and Bink Adams, those guys from the top 3, will make their way through the pack and possibly end up on the podium as well. But tell you what, there's a few guys in front of them that are going to want to have a bit of a say about that as well in the final standings of things. But I tell you what, none of these things are certainties. The only thing that is a certainty around here is that we're going to be back for race 2 in just a moment. So it's time to, again, fill your drink. So I'm going to take my own advice and do that. And so will my co-commentator. And we'll be back slurring our words as good as ever for race 2.
Don't need
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, bonsoir, bonsoir, monsieur. We had a bit of a French flavour, a bit of a French theme for this evening, but I'll tell you what, a few of the technical issues put a stop to that. But next week, don't you worry, we've got some good things coming. We've got 3 minutes till kick-off here. Jason McFadden is on pole. Nick Moles on his outside. Nathan Hughes behind him. Nick Mello starting from the second row. Keep an eye on him. He'll be cutting sick soon. I've got a feeling he'll be up the front. Hard to stop this guy. He's a multiple WC champion and V8 Supercars champion. We've got cars leaving the server. We might have a little bit of a... Yes, do we? Yeah, I think we do. We have a real penalty issue, as we usually do. It's pretty standard around here, gents and ladies, so we'll be back again in another minute once I just restart the server on my end, which I can do just here. Let me do this while Zach talks some shit.
Everything will be okay. Everything will be okay. Everything will be okay. I'll get high and pretend everything will be okay. I'll get high and pretend everything will be okay. I'll get high and pretend everything will be okay. I'll get high and pretend everything will be okay. Everything will be okay. Everything will be okay.
She called him cock breath.
He is my personal friend, so don't you worry about that. And we excellent people chatting away. Clay Lewis is in Stig. We've got Terry Berry in there as well. Spew and Newing's having a good crack. Taylor Simmons as well in there. Puck, they call him the ice hockey, sitting in there. Becky Kay as well, and Nick Mello is keen, even though he is racing, he knows where he can be as well. So thank you to everyone so far for chatting away to us, and keep them coming. Give your predictions if you're listening right now for race 2, because the grid coming up, Chris Munro, if you got it right there in front of you or not.
I do, but I've got one request, and I've done messed up here. I'm going to use my F word for the night. I have fucked up.
Oh no,
and I had you muted for pretty much all of that little spiel.
you're kidding me.
So if you want to start again, we've got time. We've got 2 minutes and 55 seconds.
Mate,
it was up
I
until
can't
I
even
said
remember- I can't
it was
even
up
remember
until
yesterday.
it was up until I said you've called Jared Williams cock breath. From then before, if you can repeat that, we're
Well,
we're
geez, that's an awkward radio silence here from everyone in Sundry. They
give you
think
that.
that I just had nothing to say.
Yeah.
Jared is my acquaintance down here in Victoria. We dock every Sunday, and it's good to see him in the chat. Thank you very much, Jared. You are my friend, so don't worry about the vulgar language in the chat. But if you do have your predictions here coming, ladies and gentlemen, give us your race 2 predictions. The smoke from the car in the rear, Mr. Jad's 85, is because the rear wheel is up in the air, and it comes down at a rate of knots once the car has stopped turning, and it sends smoke signals whilst the tyre is trying to catch back up on the rotational department. So that is why we're seeing a bit of smoking here at the moment. We can turn that down, so we will for next go. But race 2, twice the carnage from Rawood. Here's his prediction. Holy cow, I hope not, because there was some shit going on there, Chris Munro, in race 1.
There we go. Yeah. Oh, there was. Yeah. Fabian Fitness says it lifts. So essentially losing traction. So when it does, it gets dragged and it starts smoking AC things. So kind of like a 737, 747. We'll go for the best plane of all time.
Oh, we'll even go even further, Chris. I reckon we'll go the B-52 bomber with its 6 Pratt and Whitney jet engines just absolutely sending smoke signals into the sky with that iconic whistle that it is. It's probably one of the best sounds on planet Earth, I reckon.
It's up there. When those tyres hit the ground, they are stationary, but the ground is moving in relative space to it. So I guess a little bit of smoke comes off. We got a minute to go. As Zach was explaining, talking. Good stuff. As Zach was explaining, we do have an event coming up in August, which is a scoop. This is an exclusive here. We do have a partnership now with Motorsport Australia Esports Division. So we're going to be hosting a GT3 race on Assetto Corsa Competizione. And what better way to do it, or announce it, should I say, at an Italian track here at Vallelunga. So that is happening soon, so keep an eye on the Discord if you want to get involved in that and try your hand against some of the pro drivers around the country. We got 20 seconds to go. I think it's Zach's turn to call the action off the start line.
Well, I can't wait for this one. Brian's cousin is $10 million richer as we speak. Can he keep the $10 million in the bank by staying basically in first place, because he gets $1 million and the lights are up. Those lights are shining. The $100 notes are spilling into Jason McFadden's mind. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are off and racing, and it looks like he's got an excellent start. Here's Jason McFadden. So that $10 million is safe at the moment, but Nick Mole has just gone around the outside of everyone in the back. So an absolutely fantastic start from him. Nathan Hughes there in third place. It's 3 wide coming in here to turn 3. That is incredible stuff. Everyone gets through, but Nick Mallow is coming around the outside. Chris Munro, and taking everyone on board and thanking you, brother, for the rabbits. He is in second place as well, and Jason McFadden is just probably seeing the millions of dollars go. But there is cars all going around. Jake Buttigieg's been turned around in the background. That is not what you want to see. Ryan Nielsen's off the track there. Oh my goodness, there is carnage everywhere at the moment. Who is making it through and who is making up the big positions? Tommy Bodycone, Tommy Gunn, has got through into 14th place at the moment, but Jason McFadden is still leading this race, ladies and gentlemen. The Rangi Art Renault Clio 5 Cup car, he's just getting it stopped just there. The rear wheel was just off the track. 5/10 of a second between him and Nick Mallow. Nick Mallow's going around the outside here, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to have a good crack here. Who is going to take the lead after the first lap? Who is on track at the moment? Who is off track? Jason McFadden is defending for his life here with an angry Nick Mallow behind him. Flick it left, flick it right here now, both getting an excellent momentum, but Nick Mallow is coming directly at the Rangi Art Clio here at the moment. Here comes Nick Mallow. Jason McFadden manages to get it around. He is going to lead a lap here for the first time around in the Wednesday Cup in the Renault Clios for now. And look out, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be all like Donkey Kong here at the front. I'll give you the hot tip, Chris Munro.
Yeah, there's a good little battle pack forming here around for 4th, 5th and 6th, and I think 7th as well. Cohen Tam just joining that party. That's headed by, that's Fabian Fitness, trying to get around Matthias Falzon there, but look at the cars just lining up. They could be going 3 wide here, or they did at least on the last time around. Fabian Fitness tries to dig it around the outside. Falzon gives him a little bit of room, but ends up pushing him off the track. That's Hughes clattering off the sausage curb on the inside and just getting in all sorts of trouble, leaving himself open to Cohen Tam, who goes around the outside. Thank you very much for the Rabbits. So he's up into 6th position. Nathan Hughes will live to fight another day. He's got some underglow going on that car. I didn't notice that in the first race. But here's Bink Adams as well joining the party. This is an absolute cracking little bloody battle pack here. The Malaysian Marvel there in 9th position, with Nick Mole in the Freddo car in 10th. Matthew Belton there in 11th position. We haven't seen him in AK Racing for a couple of seasons, but he's back. And he almost got collected by Ryan Colmer. He was probably saved by that sausage curve there as he was coming on the back of that Clio at a rate of knots. But here we go. There's a massive gap back to Illich there in 13th, with Dax Daniel in a bit of a no man's land there. He's got a fair bit of gap in front and behind. Jimmy Park in the top 15. He's being hounded by Ryan Nielsen at the moment as well, and Guy Duff chiming in the number 31. There's a nice little battle pack here.
Oh, absolutely. Look at that. They've got Dax Daniel, Jimmy Park, Ryan Nielsen, all having a good crack. But I'll tell you what, Fabian Fitness just done the fastest lap of the race, and he's in 4th place. So our winner from race 1 is on a charge. But Jimmy Park is defending for his life here. Oh, my goodness, Dax Daniel, he has gone straight up the Oh, no, that's Ryan Nielsen. Ryan Nielsen's got up the inside. Oh, but there's a bit of a tank slapper going on there.
No.
Oh, no, Jimmy Park's in the fence. He's out of this, and also right behind them too. The poor Duff man, he is completely turned around as well, and that is disaster for the Duff man and Jimmy Park. Oh goodness gracious me, that could have been even better. But they come together, a bit of concertina effect there for everyone and sundry, and that has got poor old Jimmy Park back to 19th from 15th within a corner of a half, and right behind him, Paul Hadwin's just gone straight off the circuit. He's got bunted there by Kumar. The Indian intelligence has got on the track and said, "Bugger you, I'm coming through with some absolute mayhem," and taking all of the sundry of a bit of a. I can't even speak. I'm done.
It's all happening here. We're going to go back to Tommy Bodycomb has got himself in a little bit of a sandwich here between Hadwin and Dooley. These guys we didn't see much of in race one, so we're going to stick with these guys as well. Thomas McCall is a newcomer to the series there in the number 19. He's got the New Zealand flag rep there, so a little maybe 2 hours later in the night for him. 9:42, 10:42. It's probably past my bedtime if I was there in New Zealand at the moment. Sam Dooley here making a move on Hadwin. A little bit of contact, but it's play on for the time being. The number 23 and the number 55 battling hard up the pit straight here at the moment. Paul Hadley just covering off, but not enough. He's leaving the gate open here for Sam Dooley as much as you want here into turn one. I think Dooley's just going to try and send it into turn one. Not enough room there for him. So Paul Hadley has the better of that at the moment. Sam Dooley looking for a spot around. He's not going to get there and in turn two either. So holding stations. Oh, he's just outbraked himself. He's out onto the... Oh, no, he's almost lost it. He has lost it. Oh, there you go. Holy Dooley. Oh, beautifully called there, Zach O'Reilly. Holy Dooley there in the number 23. He goes down to 25th. Oh, wow. Wait, let's look up the field. Where have we got some battles here? Jake Buttigieg and Ryan Nielsen are into it as well.
Oh, absolutely. They're having a good red-hot crack here. As Jake Buttigieg's gone for the switch back underneath the crisscross manoeuvre. It might get it done here if his game underneath breaks, but he's going to slot behind the funeral director, is Buttigieg. So the corporal versus the funeral director, if that's not two pairings that we're probably going to come in contact in life at some stage in the real world, I'll go eat me shoe. But anyway, these guys are having a good crack at the moment. But let's have another crack up the field. Chris Munro in third position. Lachlan Grant is hounding the Fabian Fitness man. I wonder if that was a change for position there or we've just caught the back of it, but they're only 2 tenths away from each other, and Lachlan Grant's not happy about it. He's going full send down the inside, trying to get that car braked at the moment to match Fabian Fitness, but Fabian Fitness has gapped him. So it looks like these guys have switched position. We've just missed them on that thing. We'll go back to our 6th place because we'll call him the Greek God with a name like Matthias. The Greek God is hounding the back of Cohen Tam, and then Nathan Hughes right behind him too. He's in a bit of a sandwich here as the Greek God, and Nathan Hughes full sideways there, drift special Tokyo style, and he has gathered that up, but he's going to lose a place here to Mr. Adams, I reckon, from the Adams family, or the Adams pest control stuff there. It's all happening here between the two of them. They're going side by side. Now Adams going to have the inside run here on Nathan Hughes, and he's got the job done there, and now it's invited Nayman into it all. He's gone straight up. Syaf has gone into the side of each other, and now look out, the chocolate man in the underground mumble, Nick Mole, is getting in on this party too. This is going to be a three-way battle here from 8th, 9th and 10th.
Look at him go. This is great stuff here in the Wednesday Cup race too. It's battles all up and down the field. Excuse me, my voice is starting to go, but I can't help but getting excited about this action here. Nick Mole has got Hughes and Amon in front of him. That's the Malaysian. What are we calling him? Christ Almighty! I've forgotten it. The Malaysian Marvel. He's holding out these two guys like it's the end of the race here, and he's battling for position. But look at this. He's left the gate open, and here comes Hughesy just sliding it up the inside. There's no track there. Oh, he's caused an absolute accident. He's going to have to stop and redress that, Nathan Hughes. That's a bit on the pong for me. I think the stewards are going to have a little talking to him after the race.
Oh yeah, definitely. He'll get a slap on the wrist and maybe a bit of a dry route afterwards because of that behaviour. But Nathan Hughes will be looking for the Malaysian Marvel to come back, but unfortunately the Malaysian Marvel's just got overtaken by Dax Daniel, and he's getting swamped here. He's got an angry pack behind him in Nielsen, Connor and Buttigieg. Holy cowabunga. This is all happening here. 5 wide nearly coming into the right-hander here. This is all on like Donkey Kong. Look at this. We've got 3 wide, 2 wide, whatever you want. Park is going around the outside here. here. I think it's not Parky. Sorry, Ryan Nielsen's going to go around the outside here of Dax Daniel. They're bumping and grinding, door handles, whatever you want. Mirrors are gone, ladies and gentlemen. And look behind them, Buttigieg and Mr. Malaysian Marvel himself having a good crack here. But the Buttigieg man has got the job done. And I reckon at that sort of stage, Ryan Coleman was just looking and thinking, holy crap, boys, keep it up, because I'm going to take about 5 positions off here if you all come together and just take it all to the bank.
It's action-packed here on a Wednesday night. I'll give you the tip. There's not much else going on entertainment-wise, but look at this. Dax Daniel, Ryan Nielsen, right up beside each other again. Is Nielsen going to just return the favour up the inside? He does. Around turn 1, bumping and grinding all the way down to turn 2. Someone's going to come out second best here. It's off there. There goes Dax Daniel into the wall, and he's off onto the grass. Goodness me, that's him. I think he's out of this little battle for the time being. Holy moly. Here's we're riding the ball with Ryan Colmer now as well. He's got the Malaysian Marvel just in front of him there in the Nintendo Mario Kart bloody Mario Racing livery. Fantastic little livery there as well. Holy moly, I can't speak. There's just action everywhere. Looking up the front, Falzon and Adams are getting stuck in as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That is a cracking little battle here. We were watching the other battle, and I saw the times tumble between these two, and it was on like Donkey Kong by the time we crossed back to him, and it is still, because look out, Adams Pest Control is hounding the back of the Greek God, and they're having a good slap here at trying to take 6th position off each other, and someone's going to get 7th. I don't know who, but those two liveries are pretty cool. I like Mr. Adams' livery there. It sort of reminds me of the girl... I don't know, the girl Spider-Man or something like that, or maybe Deadpool or something like that. I'm not too sure, but the purple and black livery is doing well at the moment. And I'll tell you what, Lachlan Grant has got past Brian's cousin for 2nd place, Chris Munro. Yeah. Brian's cousin, we haven't spoken much about him. He's managed to hold on for 1st place for a while and 2nd with only 5 minutes and a bit to go. Can he keep it inside the top 3 for Brian's cousin? Because an angry Nick Mallow is coming at a rate of knots here. And I think that 3rd place, the final step on the podium for race 2, is up for sale.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he's coming faster, and I'm choosing to pull out of the rest of that analogy because he is coming fast. Let's just say that he's coming up the road. He's got 1 second of.
I got plenty. I got plenty.
Is it what's the time? It's after 8:30. Let's go for it.
Coming quicker than a virgin in a brothel. I'll give you the hot tip.
There we go.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. There comes Nick Mallow, but Jason McFadden's got the job done again on Lachlan Grant.
Yeah,
so there's a
battle.
switch for position 2 and 3 here. It's on. These guys aren't giving each other any room whatsoever. Lachlan Grant showing the nose up the inside, using all the inside of the curve. That's not going to help him too much, because now Jason McFadden's tried the outside line. Lachlan Grant's surely close enough here for a $2.50 sucky. I'll give you the hot tip. Here he goes. Lachlan Grant trying to go around the inside here and to turn 2. Is he going to get the job done? I think he is, because that turn 2 is worth 3/10 of a position, and there it goes. Look at these two have a crack. Nick Mallow's now invited in on the party. He's having a good look here too. There's 2 guys right there. Here's Nick Mallow going to go up the inside here of Jason McFadden as well as Lachlan Grant. Oh, nearly collects the back of Jason McFadden, does Nick Mallow. Holy shit. But Jason McFadden now is going back at Lachlan Grant. They're going neck and neck here. Who's going to get the braking zone into the next turn, which is a left-hander? Oh, it's going to be Lachlan Grant, but cracking racing from these 3 guys, not making an inch of contact left, and keeping it clean and mean here at Sensational TV.
Big slide from Nick Mallow there as well. These guys at the top of their game at the moment. No mistakes, just good hard battling. No bullshit either. Here goes McFadden up the inside. Lachlan Grant sees him coming, gives him room, and I think Mellow's going to try and follow him around as well. Sorry, that was a bad click there. But here goes Mello. He's right on the back of McFadden. These guys taking alternating lines through this little left right chicane. So Mello's going to have the better of it. And here he goes, just pulls up alongside the Ranji Art number 25 and just sends it up the inside here into the final turn. And that's Nick Mello up into 3rd position at the moment. But look it out. It's not over yet. Jason McFadden's not going to let him go too easily.
No, he's definitely not. I'll give you the hot tip. Look at this. Give him the suck. I know he's lost a position or two here, Jason McFadden, but don't worry about that. He is going to be all over the back here of Nick Mallow, I'm sure. Probably trying to send it up the inside if he can get a run here, coming into the right-hander, coming up to these boys. But no, he's hard on the brakes, but he's sent it too hard as Jason McFadden, and that is overzealous, and that is a track limits excursion for Jason McFadden. But Nick Mallow's going for the second place here on Lachlan Grant. Look out, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. There's a blue flagger in the way. Is he going to get out of the way? Yes, he does. Lachlan Grant under all sorts of pressure here from Nick Mallow. Nick Mallow's going to have to sit there and wait and bide his time here and not slide that rear end, because Lachlan Grant's gone full send using all of the track he possibly can. And Nick Mallow's going to try a trailer park girl move around the outside, I'll tell you what. But he hasn't got the job done at the moment. Lachlan Grant's on the defensive here. He's going to stick mid-track coming into the left-hander as we speak. But Nick Mallow's going to try the switch back up underneath and get the momentum out of the corner. Has he got enough here? Does Nick Mallow? No, not at the moment. Lachlan Grant having an absolutely sensational time here. He will be loving this at the moment. But Nick Mallow has just mounted the curb just enough to get the move on. He's going up the inside here, is Nick Mallow. Is he going to take position 2 off Lachlan Grant? They're both going in hard here at the moment. Around the outside is Lachlan Grant, but Nick Mallow now has taken P2 off Lachlan Grant on the final turn here, and this surely, it might not be, it probably might be the last lap, I'm not too sure. Fabian Fitness is getting into turn 3 with a minute 16 to go. Could be, could be not, but geez, who knows? The timer is now the essence, but look at those two go. Lachlan Grant and Nick Mallow having a good old-fashioned tussle, and Lachlan Grant's come out on top again.
Yeah, it's a good old-fashioned, and he's just gapped it down to 6/10. Look at this. Jason McFadden's joining the party again as well. Look at him. He's going to just jump it up the inside here between turns 2 and 3, 3 and 4, should I say. And Nick Mallow loses a couple of positions in the space of half a lap. Oh, he won't be too happy about that. Just watch here. Watch this space, ladies and gentlemen. There's going to be a send or two happening at the at this little hairpin. Oh, look at that. Nick Mallow off into the kiddie litter. That could be the end of his race here. For now, at least his momentum of getting up any further in the department of standings.
Pace.
Jesus, pace, standings, goodness me. Down here, Falzon and Tam having a good hard crack as well.
Oh, look at this. They're coming into the right hander and they're both neck and neck. Cohen Tam's got the upper advantage here, but Falzon's going to try around the outside. Thinks second best of it. Are we going to get another lap here? Where is Fabian Fitness on the track? He's just rounding the final turn. I think he's not going to get there, ladies and gentlemen. 2 seconds, 1 second. This could be it. This is all over. Fabian Fitness is going to take the win, ladies and gentlemen. Lachlan Grant has got second place over Jason McFadden in third, and then Nick Mallow in fourth position. Wow. What an absolutely sensational race there from our top 2 to 4 drivers there. That was incredible stuff. Fabian Fitness, second winner of the night. Bink Adams, sorry, can't even speak at the moment. The Adams Pest Control has come through in fifth. Falzon in sixth. The Underground Mammal in seventh has taken the chocolates for seventh place at the moment. Cohen Tam in eighth. Nathan Hughes in ninth place. And then the serial abuser, Matt Belton, has come through for 10th place and taken that very, very nicely. Chris Munro.
He's given him a good Belton there. Ryan Nelson up into the 11th position. Our Malaysian Marvel there in 12th. Ryan Colmer in 13th. Jake Buttigieg exiting the server. Dax Daniel in the number 69. Good on you, mate. There's Mr. Illich there in 16th. Jimmy Park with the top 17. That's pretty good. His car looks a bit banged up as well at the moment. Ollie Longley, should I say, is just parked on the side of the road there in the number 22. Guy Duff sticking it fat on the out lap, or the warm down lap. Mr. Kumar, Kartik Kumar there in the number 12. Nice little livery. Does a little bit of a spin park as well for the viewers at home. Kai McConnell there for GM Sport in the number 158. Pretty good from him getting into the top 21. Sam Dooley. Holy Dooley. We saw him in all sorts of trouble there halfway through the race. Lee Tricklebank, the power broker we call him. He's out of the server already. Sam Bensley in the 24th position with Scotty McEwen in 25th. What a perfect little spot there, yeah, for a little screenshot if we got to it. But we're going to get to the rest of the field because 25th was Scott McGee. McCall there in 26th with Tommy Bodycomb there in 27th. Dom Dayson in 28th. Nash Smith 29th. Paul Hadwin, 30th. And I think that's all that finished. Josh Thomas in 31st.
I'll tell you what, that's all that's finished at the moment. And speaking of the commentary, is Chris Munro's voice. He's just about done at the moment, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm going to go and
Coughing
have
his way through the grid at the moment. But what a race. That was some incredible stuff. I said they were just learning the cars, ladies and gentlemen. And boy, oh boy, did that come true. Have a look at the from 6th to 8th. Not even 0.2 of a second. And then even Nathan Hughes, only 0.3 of a second behind them as well. That was some incredibly close stuff there inside the top 10. But don't go anywhere, because race 3 and the final event of the night here at Wednesday Cup for round 1 is coming your way, and it is a reverse top 12, ladies and gentlemen. So the Malaysian Marvel, chat favourite, ladies and gentlemen, is on pole position with Ryan Nielsen, the funeral director, right next to him. Then we've got the serial physical assault defender in Matthew Belton sitting there, and Nathan Hughes, Mervyn Hughes' long-lost love child, off the first 2 rows of the grid, and then everyone else is reversed from there all the way down to 12th place. So you know what you need to do. Go and fill those condiments up. Go and get your last cigarette out on the front porch. Do whatever you have to do, because Sensational TV is going to be back in a couple of moments here for the final race and race 3 of the Wednesday Cup AK Racing Renault Clio session. And it is going to be on like Donkey Kong. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back here in just a hot second.
Years now, I know. Feels the same, but I just can't take it. Oh, it's banging on the door. Nothing left here for me anymore. In the end, we knew
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, for race 3 and the final race for Wednesday Cup here for round 1 of the Renault Clio's, Renault Clio 5, if I could speak correctly. And I'll tell you what, this grid at the moment with the Malaysian Marvel and Ryan Nielsen off the front row, it's on like two lesos on a casting couch. I'll give you the hot tip between these two. Matt Belton and Nathan Hughes are off the second row. Nick Mole and Cohen Tam off the third. And the Greek God and the Pest Controller are next to each other with Mellow Yellow and Brian's cousin sitting there, as well as Lachlan Grant. It's going to be on because all that top 10, ladies and gentlemen, top 12, if I could speak correctly again, is a very, very quick and competitive top 10 and top 12, because Fabian Fitness has taken out 2 races tonight and he's going to sit there in 12th and think to himself, holy macaroni, am I going to be able to make my way through this field close or basically scot-free? But we'll find out, because behind him is the Coleman, the Australian Army dude, and Mr. Country Thunder himself in Dax Daniel, with Mr. Ellick and Jimmy Park following up. Ollie Longley off 18th. Guy Duff, the Beer Man, off 19th, and Mr. Kumar, the Indian intelligence operator, is sitting there in 20th at the moment. Chris Munro, I would say with a minute and 8 seconds to go here, the race 3 could be the spiciest one for the night. I reckon it might be as spicy as about 4 curry houses just in a row in the same strip taking Uber Eats orders. What do you think?
It's, the trials, the tribulations, the desperation, perhaps, for the final slice of the pie, if you will, here in round 1 of the AK Racing Wednesday Cup Series. All the points are on offer here, ladies and gents. So every point counts in the in the grand scheme of things. Click that like button, share it around, says Risky. You're damn right, son. And subscribe if you haven't. And if you really want to give us some money, there's a Patreon link down there in the description as well. If you've got the means to give a couple of bloody struggling commentators here on a Wednesday night a couple of bucks per month, we would absolutely love you long time. But without further ado, it's time for race 3. We've got about 9 seconds to go. The lights are up. The revs are up. The heart rates are up. The male members are up somewhere, I'm sure. It's about to go. It's green now in race 3. Mr. Malaysian Marvel has got a pretty tardy start, actually, and he's under a bit of pressure here from Nielsen under the bat. So look at this. The 3 wide, the 2 wide there with Nathan Hughes and Matt Belton there just sliding into 3rd position. And those 4 guys have gapped the rest of the field at the moment. And, oh, man, I don't even want to look down the field at what's going to happen. But we're going to watch them all go through turn 1 and just see what happens. They're 3 wide, they're 4 wide. Excuse me very much.
Here, Chris Munro's fucking dying in the background there. He is a man who sounds like he has got some sort of clinical deprivation going on at the moment in the throat department. I reckon he's been deep-throated too many times tonight, Chris Munro, just in between sessions. He's been getting the hot tip and maybe getting something else as well. But that is all on like Donkey Kong at the front. Ryan Nielsen has galloped away. He is 0.8 of a second in front at the moment. Lachlan Grant behind him. The serial physical offender in Matt Belton in 3rd. The Underground Mabel in 4th. He's under all sorts of pressure too. Nick Mole is having a good crack there. I'll tell you the hot tip, but here comes Nick Mello. Don't you worry about that. Further down the field. A bit of carnage there. Oh, I'll tell you what, Hooly Dooley and Sam Dooley's got around everyone here. The Indian intelligence Marvel is under pressure there. Just bumps him wide, and there's cars everywhere in the 20th, 21st position. They're all out. That is incredible stuff. McCall Bensley, the power broker, they're all out of it. See you later, son. But let's have a look back up the front of the field, because I tell you what, it is on for Nick Mull at the moment. He is hounding the back of Nick Mallow. They're having a good crack. Fabian Fitness and Cohen Tam and Felsen are 3 or 4 wide there. Jeez Louise, and a bucket of peas. These guys are having a good crack here. 2 wide into turn 2. Let's have a go at this. Look at Cohen Tam have a good crack around the outside. Matt Tice, Felsen on the inside. Then we've got Buttigieg there and Mr. Adams, the pest controller, sitting in the background there, hoping to spray some Mortine on these guys to kill the rest of them and get in front of these guys. What is happening here? smoke signals everywhere. The Indians are shouting, and maybe the old Chinese. I can't even remember the smoke signals from the Chinese wall in the old ancient times is well and truly alive here. The grid has settled down, Chris Munro, and it seems to be all happening there. But geez, Louise, I'll tell you what, those guys in 8th, 9th, and 10th are having a good old crack.
Yeah, absolutely. And a little history lesson there from Zach O'Reilly as well here on Sensational TV, and it's classed as an educational channel here on YouTube. So, well, look at this. There's a bit of nose to tail action there with Adams. I think that's Jimmy Park just getting turned around as well. Jason McFadden on the arse end of that. He has to stop and wait for the green car of Jimmy Park just to clear it off the track. But he has done so, and he's underway again. We've got 14 minutes to go, so it's not the end of the world for Jason McFadden. But we're looking up the field now, and Lockie Grant is right up behind the car of, I think that's Ryan Nielsen. This is a battle for the lead, and it's on.
But he's on here. This is absolutely sensational stuff here. Nielsen in first place. Bumps Lachlan Grant wide. He's lost all the momentum there. He's going to lose about 4 positions there, maybe 5. And everyone has gone around him. That was some heavy stuff there from the funeral director. Just absolutely burying Lachlan Grant in the sand there. Nick Mallow, however, has found himself up into 2nd place. Fabian Fitness has gone through on Matt Belton into 3rd. And I'll tell you what, the underground mammal in Nick Mole is having a good sniff here to take the chockies away from Matt Belton at some stage with the Freddo Frog livery there. It is good stuff. These guys are absolutely hammer and tong, sliding everywhere as you see. But the pack behind them is going to get angry too, because you've got Cohen Tam, Lachlan Grant, Jake Buttigieg all sitting there, and Matt trailing up the back there and trying to get up on the back of these guys too. It's all happening here. Nick Mole, he is sitting in 6th place. Cohen Tam in front of him, and right behind those two is Lachlan Grant and Jake Buttigieg. Lachlan Grant will be a bit angry, Chris. He'll be a bit sweaty under the helmet of that car at the moment. Ruining the day, he tried to take on the funeral director, coming off 2nd best, maybe 6 feet under for now, because he's just lost another position there to Jake Buttigieg. Yeah,
certainly getting buried at the moment, but there's plenty of time, as I said earlier, to dig your way out of these holes. Especially if it's the funeral direct you're popping it in, you want to have a pretty big shovel. But here's Nick Mole on the back of Cohen Tam at the moment, down the front straight, and he's got all the best of 9/10 of this suck happening down the front here. He's going to have a pretty good look at that car, number 68, into the braking zone of turn 2, I think. But look at that, Cohen Tam really efficient through that first little section, and does not give the Freddo Frog car any sort of excuse to poke his nose up the inside. And in fact, he's found himself on the back of Matt Belton as well. So this battle has turned into a little menage a trois, and who doesn't love one of those?
Who doesn't love one of those, especially at about 9 o'clock on a Wednesday night? The midweek rub is what I would call it here for everyone in Sundry, having a good crack. Cohen Tam's lost the position though. Nick Mole's gone straight down the inside and said, "Thank you, brother, for the rabbits. I'm taking that one off." Matt Belton is now going to be under pressure from the Freddo Frog car. Look at that, jacking the wheel, blocking the rear brake. Here's Nick Mole. He's got a tap there from the back of Cohen Tam as well. But it's all on at the front, Chris Munro, because look out, our 2-time winner from tonight, Fabian Fitness, is hounding the back here of the funeral director. The funeral director's got the excavator, he's got the Komatsu sitting there saying, "I'm not going to let you bury me at the moment." But Fabian Fitness around the outside, trying every single thing he possibly can. Look at the 2 teammates going here at Farrow Racing. Nick Miller's going to have a good crack at this too and have an absolute sniff. That is a suck and a half. I'll tell you what, that suck's worth about 5 prostitutes. I'll give you the hot tip here at the moment from Nick Miller, because he's going to take position 2 straight away from Fabian Fitness within the suck of Ryan Nielsen. Now Fabian's giving him a good crack as well at Nick Mallow. Holy cow, it's all under pressure. Ryan Nielsen has literally kept first place here by a rate of attrition here by the 2 guys behind him battling. That is some sensational stuff there, if you don't mind, in the fair dingle department, Chris Munro.
I'll tell you what, the IQ, the racing IQ on Nick Mello, if anyone saw that from above, this camera angle that I had, he just kept bump drafting Nielsen down that front straight. Did not want to get out of the slipstream and give Fabian Fitness a chance to duck into that slipstream as well. So Nick Mello just stuck in behind Ryan Nielsen and just bumped him all the way up that straight. Oh no, what have I done? My computer has just gone into oh, there we go. We're back again. Oh, geez, that was a bit of a scare tactic there. But look, Nick Mello, a really smart move there going down that straight, as I was saying before. bump drafting him all the way down and not giving Fabian Fitness a chance at all. But here he goes. He's under pressure again.
Yeah, he is. He's very much under pressure, Nick Mallow. I think the front-wheel drive cars have just given him a bit something to think about here. But I'll tell you what, the funeral director is holding fat here. He has held on for a good 8 minutes, 7.5 minutes here in P1 after all the trials and tribulations behind him. He is still doing it mean and clean out the front. Here's a funeral director, but he's got Nick Mallow right now behind him, who has got to run because there is no pressure behind Nick Mallow from Fabian Fitness. So a risky move could be on, but Ryan Nielsen just making that Renault Clio as wide as a bus at the moment, but he's not going to be able to make it too wide because Nick Mallow's gone absolutely straight around the outside, lost a position there, gone from P1 possibly to P3, and Fabian Fitness now back in P2. This is incredible racing from all of them. Not a bumper tagged, not a scratch on either or three of the cars really at this point in time from all of them. It is sensational stuff. Nick Mallow sideways there as Tokyo Drift style. That was incredible stuff, but Ryan Nielsen is still in front here. Nick Mallow's having a good crack at the back of Fabian Fitness. Where does Fabian Fitness look, ladies and gentlemen? I'll be looking frontwards in my mirror. Don't worry about that because he is on for the lead here. Ryan Nielsen has gone defensive there. That's going to hamper everyone's momentum behind him, but not too much because Nick Mallow has not made the exit. Oh, geez, this is incredible racing here for P1, 2, 3. I've never seen a closer battle here, and just a bit of a cork in the bottle is Ryan Nielsen. But I tell you what, he is literally what do they call? What is the Joker said? He said when a movable force. Oh, I can't even remember now. But you know what I'm saying. He is literally a brick at the moment that cannot be plucked out of the wall in Ryan Nielsen. It is fantastic to see.
Yeah, an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. And I think that's what we've got here on our hands. Ryan Nielsen making that Clio about 4 times as wide as it actually is. These two guys behind him, much more experienced drivers as well. Here they go, 3 wide into turn 1. Little bit of a tip there, but here goes Fabian Fitness. He's got the better of it. He will take the new lead of this race, but is it over yet? Nick Mellow's looking up the inside. He's now the leader of this race. They're going to go side by side down this back straight with Ryan Nielsen just copping the arse end of that, and he goes from first down to third in one bloody corner, but Nick Mellow just sliding it down around the outside. How did he hold on to that? That's absolutely crazy. Cohen Tam has now joined the party. This is a 4-way battle for the lead. I don't know. We can't look away from this. This is absolutely sensational here tonight. Holy moly. Look at this. Nick Mello around the outside wants to cut back on the inside, but Cohen Tam's car is there. He just cannot do it. So these guys are back nose to tail. Fabian Fitness looking for a three-peat here in the first round.
Oh, that's incredible stuff. Fabian Fitness has now galloped away 0.6 of a second. You go, well, that's bugger all. But in the racing grand scheme of things, that is huge in this terms of the battle because now Nick Mallow is having a crack at Ryan Nielsen. Trailer Park Girl style goes Nick Mallow around the outside. They're bumping doors and mirrors there. It is going to be now a rate of attrition down the front straightaway here. Nick Mallow's got the jump here on the funeral director. Is the funeral director going to get that Komatsu excavator out? No, he's not. He is giving up the grave at the moment. At this point in time is Ryan Nielsen. Nick Mallow into second place. And I'll tell you what, Chris Munro, that was some sensational battling here from everyone in front. Fabian Fitness looking to take a three-peat for the night here. But I'll tell you what, Cohen Town's going to have to be careful here. Look out, because he's just run completely wide. Lachlan Grant and Jake Buttigieg have been absolutely locked in like Velcro to each other. And now Cohen Tam is under pressure here from 5th and 6th place at this point in time.
Yeah, it's all happening now for the top 5. Look at these two guys getting stuck right in. Look at the way that these top guys get around that turn there. It's all drift. And there goes a big mistake there from Nick Mello up front, and he will drop back into 3rd position. Fitness has got clear air behind him now. Ryan Nielsen back into 2nd position. Oh, look at this. Big move there from Lockie Grant up the inside there of Cohen Tam, but they are side by track position there for this left-right chicane. Buttigieg looking ahead as well, can see these guys, and he's making ground here towards the last turn. It's 5 minutes to go, Zach. I wish they had 10.
Oh, I reckon we should make it 15.
Why
Incredible
not?
racing here from everyone. That is incredible stuff. I'm loving watching this. Fabian Fitness done the quickest lap of the race, 1:26.1. A good 5/10 off his best personal PB from race 2. But still, it is on here at the moment. I'll tell you what, if you are a virgin in a strip club here and these are the females just putting it all up at the moment, you will be absolutely chomping at the bit to give yourself $50 and or take $50 out of your ATM and get a lap dance, because these guys are going on here. Grumping and grinding here is Cohen Tam and Jake Buttigieg for 5th place, and here comes Matt Felsen. Don't you worry about that. These guys are now locked in a 3-way battle here for 5th, 6th and 7th. This is incredible stuff. Have a look at these three go. We couldn't have any better racing here. Matt Felsen just around the outside there, trying to get the advantage on Buttigieg. I'll tell you what, Cohen Tam's done a good job, but it looks like Buttigieg's outbraked himself. He is off into the sand, and there he goes. Matt Belton promoted himself up into 7th from an unforced error from the general himself in the Australian Army, and now this is all on here at the moment. I can't wait to see what happens here between 5th, 6th and 7th and maybe 8th with 4 minutes to go, Chris Munro. It's all on, but I'll tell you what, Nick Mello at the moment is hounding Ryan Nielsen. These guys are hammer and tong between each other. They are as nervous as a cat in a room full of rocking chairs, the both of them, and they are having a crack. Oh, Nick Mello's just tapped the inside there of the funeral director, and Lachlan Grant's nearly rear-ended Ryan Nielsen. That was sensational stuff in keeping the car on the track. I think that was a bump and run move, but not too shabby in the grand scheme of things. Just a bit of car physics there, having a good crack at each other. And unfortunately for Ryan Nielsen, he has gone way back down to 3rd and not in any attacking position here to get 2nd place back. He is focused all eyes rearward at the moment because Lachlan Grant's having a good crack here, trying to trailer park Girl Road, move around the outside. Right, that is off the track at the moment, outside track limits for Lachlan Grant. So are we on Donkey Kong here for the rest of the race? Who is to see? We can't just keep our eyes off anywhere. It's even happening between 6th and 5th, Chris Munro.
Yeah, it is. Cohen Tam and Matt Falzon having a good old crack here as well. You see these guys just drifting it around this turn. Excuse me very much. I'm just on the arse end of this sickness. Thank you very much for having kids in kindy. I feel like I'm constantly sick these days, but there's nothing more sick than these blokes out on track at the moment. Buttigieg up the arse.
I'll give you the hot tip. The Malaysian Marvel has gone from P1 all the way down to bloody, I don't know, God knows where. He is somewhere off in the boonies, deep in the jungle there at the Malaysia state. Yep. And I'll tell you what, Lachlan Grant is having a good crack here at the funeral director. The funeral director only has to hang on for 2 more laps realistically before it's all over and keep that top 3 position at the moment. He's so happy at the moment, is Ryan Nielsen, I can guarantee you. But Lachlan Grant is a take no prisoners kind of guy. He is straight out of H Division where Chopper was and looking to get himself out of jail and into the top 3 at this point in time. Look at that car control from the both of them. That is full on the edge there from Lachlan Grant. You could not pick any better momentum there from Lachlan Grant to get himself in a position like he is right now. He is only 10 metres away here, if less, from the back of Ryan Nielsen's car into the deep left-hander here. Is there going to be a bit of a reverse switchback? Not at the moment. There is a bit of momentum lost there for Lachlan Grant. Ryan Nielsen survives another corner. How many corners is this guy going to last in Ryan Nielsen in front of Lachlan Grant? Sorry, because it is incredible here. The last step of the podium, ladies and gentlemen, is Hot Property. I'll give you the hot tip. He's auctioning off right now, and here he goes as Lachlan Grant trying himself around the outside. Is he going to get the momentum run? Bit of smoke screening there from Ryan Nielsen. Oh my goodness gracious me, 2 wide down the front straight away. This is the last lap of the race, ladies and gentlemen. No one's going to get around before the time ticks down. So this is all or nothing here for Grant or Nielsen at the moment. 2 wide coming into turn 3. This is incredible stuff here. Look at them both go. Lachlan Grant's got the outside. Ryan Nielsen's on the advantageous line here. Who's going to blink first? No one. They've both braked equally as deep into this corner here. A double right-hander coming up. Around the outside goes Lachlan Grant. He's going to find himself on the inside at the moment. Look at these 2 go. This is incredible. Drag race down here into the left-hander coming up. Lachlan Grant's got the position at the moment. But I think Ryan Nielsen's going to have to give it up here or hang it all balls on the wall at the moment. Around the outside, there's Ryan Nielsen going. They're both off the track. They're all off the circuit, and Lachlan Grant has taken 3rd place here off the funeral director.
Oh, or does he? Here he goes. Nielsen again up the inside, returning fire here. These guys are going to be absolutely giving it fat all the way to the end here. Oh, look, Lockie Grant's gone wide again. That invites Nielsen up the inside, and that's where you want to be for this final sector of the race. There's just a slight overlap. They've got to be careful around here, or one of these guys is going to be ending in tears. Lachlan Grant just still has the better of it. I can't speak. Oh, God.
Fabian Fitness is going to have to get himself across the line for 3 clean sweeps in a row. That is some points advantage. He's done the job. Nick Mallow in second. Lachlan Grant and Ryan Nielsen. This is an absolute bee's dick beside them, and they are going to cross the line third and fourth here. Only a tenth of a second. Cohen Tam in fifth place. Matt Falzon in sixth. Belton in seventh. Buttigieg in eighth. Ninth position for Mr. Adams Pest Control himself, and the Underground Mammal has got 10th place here for tonight. Holy mackerel indeed. That is some incredibly stuff. Hooly Dooly in 11th place, if you don't mind.
Holy
The
dooly.
blue Hooly Doolies has come out and said, how you do when? I'm in the 11th place tonight, and he has performed very well in this second race. Chris Munro, what a race.
Yeah, great stuff from him. Ollie Long there in 12th position with Jason McFadden in tow. Dax Daniel there in 14th. Lee Tricklebank, the power broker, there in 15th. Nathan Hughes, he's a distant cousin of Merv, the big swerve Hughes, there in 16th. Guy Duff, our one of the favourites here on the channel as well, down there in 16th with Kumar McCall. Smith is new. We haven't seen him tonight. He might have just turned up for the last race. Nash Smith, Kai McConnell there, and Paul Hadwin there for 22nd. The poor old Malaysian Marvel just got absolutely stuffed there in the last race, down in 23rd. Watere, look at that. Hey, we saw him a few seasons ago, but he's back. Yeah, there we go. And Tommy the gun there, number 7 in the bright pink, there coming in for 25th position.
Yeah, great drive from everyone in sundry. 26 goes to Sam Bensley. Josh Thomas in 27th. Scotty McEwen in 28th, and the veteran of AK Racing himself, Jimmy Park, in a very disappointing for him, not from us, just from his own standards, in 29th place. I reckon he was inside the top 20 tonight. Easy Jim Park on the pace department. But unfortunately for him, finding himself dead set last for the final race of the evening. But I'll tell you what, driver of the day is 100% Fabian Fitness. Clean sweep the whole event, ladies and gentlemen. And he showed some promise in season 12 of Wednesday Cup and in the Porsche Carreras. And tonight he has found himself on his own and clean sweeping the whole field here for the first round of 6 here at the Wednesday Cup in the Renault Clio. So Nick Mallow in second place. Let's recap the grid. Lachlan Grant third for the final podium position there. Only a bee's dick between himself and Ryan Nielsen, the funeral director. Cohen Tam in 5th place. Tim Tam in 5th place. The Greek God in 6th. The serial physical offender in 7th place in Matt Belton. Jake Buttigieg in 8th. Bink Adams from Adams Pest Control in 9th. And the Underground Mammal in the Freddo Frog taking the chockies for the last position there in 10th place for the final race of the night.
Yeah, we've got Champ Street to give, but I think everyone's just sort of left the server. So the only one left is Guy Duff. So lucky Guy Duff, you get the coveted Champ Street. Oh, he's just left the server as I've given it to him as well.
Oh, poor old beer man. He dead set had a good race. He was just some unfortunate victim to trials and tribulations of the motorsport. But he enters Champ Street for round 1 here. Champ Street, ladies and gentlemen, is a place where you know when you're talking to someone and you would generally say, oh yeah, no worries, mate, and whatever. But yeah, you go, no worries, champ. Bit of sarcastic criticism there. Champ Street is on the menu for Wednesday Cup this round and for this season. Don't you mind that? So we'll have a Champ Street champion, so to speak, and also a driver of the day champion and the season winner champion coming your way at Sensational TV. So we will nominate that every week that it comes up. But what a round indeed. We had incredible competition. We had everyone having a red hot crack. There was no predictions that we could possibly make possible for anyone in the result department. Fabian Fitness has blitzed the field 3-peat for tonight for race 1, 2 and 3. Your winner, Nick Mallow, Mr. DNQ himself, is in second place for the final race, but he will find himself somewhere down the field. There was incredible stuff there from everyone in sundry. I can't wait to see the standings, but Oh, geez, Chris Munro, I'll tell you what, that they might be slow off the line, these old Renault Clios, but boy, by jingo, by crikey, when you get them up and running, they produce some sensational competition and defensive and attacking sort of styles here with the front-wheel drive and the front rear wheels jacking. It's incredible stuff to see.
Yeah, momentum cars always seem to give the best racing. There's just no doubt about it. And I mean, you see this kind of thing, and then you go and watch the F1 every couple of Sundays, and you think, oh, why am I watching
What's the
this?
point?
Yeah, you see one overtake, there's no defending. It's just you get the DRS, and it's fucking on to the next one, you know? Gee whiz, I'll tell you what, if you're a motorsport fan, tune into Sensational next Sunday night, because what have we got? We've got the round 3 of the V8 Supercars coming up for our next stream.
Yes, we will be over in Portugal. We're on the plane, ladies and gentlemen, and we will be sitting there with all of the Portuguese condiments possible there, sitting there back and relaxing in the commentary box, calling all the action from Portimao. That is an absolute rip snorter of a circuit. I'll tell you what, there it is literally hotter than a $2 hooker. I'll give you the hot tip at Portimao. And it's going to be incredible racing there. That's where we will be next Sunday here at Sensational TV. But for Wednesday Cup, ladies and gentlemen, don't you go anywhere. Don't you worry about what is going to happen tonight. Sorry, what was that?
We're back next Wednesday before his next Sunday, isn't it? Another Wednesday.
I was getting to that. Yeah, I was getting to that. Don't you worry about that. Chris Munro just giving the old G up to his old co-commentator here, Zach O'Reilly. Magny Course next Wednesday is where we will be, ladies and gentlemen. That is the French GP circuit, and these Renault Clio 5 Cup cars will be dead set at home. You can't get any closer to home than Magny Course for the Renault Clio 5 Cup cars. That is going to be exciting nonetheless, Chris Munro.
Yeah, it will. Where's the next one? Actually, we can bring up the
Let's
sitting
bring the
here.
calendar up.
Yeah, we might as well bring the calendar up because it is there, and we didn't go through it pre-game because there was just so much shit going on. Vallelunga is tonight, July the 24th. That is done and won. Magny Cours up next. This is an all-French event. I think that's fitting, really. I'm going to get the stripy shirt on. I'm going to get the beret. I'm going to have a mustache. What else? We're going to eat croissants on stream. We're going to be extreme.
Bit of snails.
Yeah, a bit of casual racism there on your Wednesday night as well. Thank you to the French for that. Up on the August 7th is Milwaukee Mile. We're doing an oval race in these things. Holy shit, that's going to be fucking insane. Stick around for that. That's going to be tough to call as well. Holy wow. I'm looking forward to that, though. Mid-Ohio, absolutely cracking circuit there on the 14th with Goodwood as well. That's going to, oh, man, I tell you what, that'll be a great battle in these cars, low-powered around there. That's certainly a momentum circuit. And Atlanta Motorsports Park to finish it up on August 28th. So it's a quick fire 6 weeks, and I think it's going to go quicker than you think because I'll tell you what, the action tonight was unparalleled. Wednesday Cup just serving up what it does best. There's a bit of nose-to-tail action and a bit of carnage as well. But I'll tell you what, I think the more these drivers get used to the car, there'll be less carnage and more battles.
Yeah, very much so, Chris Munro. And as you said, getting used to the cars is the big thing. It has been absolutely sensational if you don't mind, to watch these guys battle it out in the front-wheel drive, underpowered, shitbox French cars. But don't you worry, they produce some absolutely sensational racing. And we've seen that too. And with that calendar coming up, it's going to be absolutely fantastic to watch everyone have a good crack around all the circuits coming up here at the Wednesday Cup. But for us here at Sensational TV, we would love you guys to press that subscribe button, press the like on the video, have a good crack, and look back at some of the videos that we have put up because they are absolutely belting in the Sensational department in terms of quality, banter, innuendos, whatever you want. We've got them all here at Sensational TV. So thank you very much for tuning in tonight. We really appreciate it. But it is onwards and upwards. Next week, we will be at the French Revolution hometown for Magny Cours in these cars. It's going to be incredible stuff, Chris Munro, for round 2 of the Wednesday Cup. I can't wait for that. And if anything, Fabian Fitness is galloped. He has taken literally everyone by storm tonight Three-peat for the evening. He's going to have a ripper championship lead at the moment from our season champion from last year, Nick Mello. So look out for that battle. But we'll be back for that, Chris Monroe. I would say from now, Chris, just give us a bit of an insight. All right, you're a top racer yourself. You're a champion. You know what's going on. What does Nick Mello have to do now to get up on the rear end of Fabian Fitness for the rest of the championship?
Well, I'd put my top dollar on seeing Nick Mello in the practice server this week. I think he might have just been a little bit underdone. Perhaps maybe we'll see him in the qualifying server. Maybe a little bit of arrogance there from the, I think, 3 or 4-time champion here in WC. Might have just got him a little bit out of sorts. Starting from the back, he did a great job to get up the front. But I'll tell you what, in that second race, he started 4th and still couldn't get the podium finish. So, or at least the win anyway. So I think you'll see Nick Mello doing the hard yards in the practice server to make up that gap to Fabian Fitness. But I'll tell you what, if Fitness knows what's good for him, he'll be in the practice server too. And we might just see a battle for the ages forming here in the Wednesday Cup for the next 5 weeks. And I'll tell you what, I will be sticking around, and everyone else will be too. Hopefully the viewers at home, because this could be a spicy little championship just heating up, and maybe a new contender for the title, Zach O'Reilly.
Oh yeah, would love to see that bit of competition for the veteran himself. Just loving winning all these Wednesday Cup championships is Nick Mello. But Fabian Fitness is a hot contender, ladies and gentlemen. In the previous season, we watched. Go back on the channel and watch where Fabian Fitness tended to make his moves. He was an aggressor, that's for sure, and put Nick Mello up to the test. That's in most races. So he is very quick, ladies and gentlemen. He's got his race pace down. He's just got to get that racecraft ready to go. But I'll tell you what, from all of us here at Sensational TV, I think that's ready to go, and we will sign off from now on. But we will be back on Wednesday, as we said, from Magny Cours. Can't wait to get on the plane, the private jet, in 5-star luxury, and travel with yourself there, Chris Monroe, over to France at the point in time from Italy as we speak, where we are sitting. But I've been Zach O'Reilly. Chris Monroe will always be as he is. Hopefully he's not going to die next week on the stream.
Could be good.
And he will be good. He'll dose up on the vitamin C and some Manuka honey and some hot water between now and then. But for us here at Sensational TV, thank you for tuning in. Thank you to all our racers at AK Racing for competing tonight in the event that we put on at Wednesday Cup. It's great to see at least 30 cars on the grid. What an absolutely fantastic result to see that. It is on like Donkey Kong for the championship. Well, I will be back Wednesday. Cannot wait from that live here at Sensational TV, and so will Chris Monroe. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in a week's time.